Hey, what's up guys? My name is CykaHotFire, and today I'm going to be talking about the recent Galil and Famas changes and whether or not buying them in competitive is a good decision or not. So let's get right into it. First of all, let's go over the official patch note changes to both of the weapons. Both the Galil and Famas have received a $200 price reduction, putting the Galil at $1,800 and the Famas at $2,050. Both weapons have also gotten, quote, improved full auto spraying accuracy. When it comes down to the new spraying accuracy of the guns, it's kinda hard to quantify how much they've changed, as a lot of people, including myself, never really used the Galil or Famas before this point that much, as they were pretty much just a waste of money and SMGs were definitely the better option. I mean, you could literally just buy SMGs for a lot cheaper the price and mow through people with good running accuracy for twice the kill bonus, like you're just getting $600 really easily per kill on anti-eco rounds. But with this update, the Galil and Famas might actually serve a good use to their respective teams. With that being said, starting off with the Galil, to me this spray seems a lot easier than it was before. Unlike the AK, you aren't going to have a really wild spray to control, as you don't really ever have to pull too far left or right for your bullets to hit around the chest of the enemy. Adding onto that, the Galil also shares a 667 round per minute fire rate with the SG553, compared to the AK's 600 rounds per minute, so that definitely does take some getting used to. But this is actually one of the main reasons why I'd say the Galil is worth the $1,800. Along with making the spray easier, the new Galil definitely has a lot of well-needed improvements. You can really mow through people if you got the first part of the spray down, but of course it's not perfect. When it comes to damage, the Galil has less damage than something like the M4A4, but more damage than the AUG, so it's not horrible but not really great. To put that into perspective, against armored opponents at close range to long range, it usually takes 5 hits to the chest to kill. Same goes for the AUG, but the thing is with the AUG, it's got a pretty slow fire rate, although it does have a scope to make up for that, but you know, we ain't talking about the AUG in this video, we talking about the Galil. And since the Galil actually has a pretty fast fire rate, it kinda makes up for the 5 shots to kill, so I definitely say it's still worth it. Going along with that, on the good side of the Galil, it's definitely better than SMGs at range. Not only that, but with its strong fire rate, learning the first part of the spray will put you at a huge advantage over what could be an SMG force buy during the second rounds from the CTs. Like, you shouldn't be getting beaten by long range SMGs with the Galil, just based on the fire rate, and like, you know, if you get the first part of the spray down, you should definitely be sweeping up some easy kills. Overall, the Galil is definitely a viable choice for Ts. It's not insanely expensive and of course cheaper than it was before, its fire rate is above average, and with the new, more accurate spray, you don't really have to toss it when you get to a rifle round, as I think it could be pretty viable against something like the M4A4. Especially since the M4A4 can't one-shot to the head, and the Galil beats out its fire rate. It's definitely not bad on rifle rounds either. But of course I'm not saying the AK or the SG are worse than it, because you know, it's still only $1,800, but of course it's not bad at all. And now onto the Galil's counterpart, the Famas. Thankfully, CSGO devs made them pretty similar in some ways, as they both share the same damage and fire rate, which are some of the most important factors when it comes to guns. But when it comes down to the spray control, these guns really couldn't be more different. Personally, I just can't handle the spray of the Famas. The quick change from pulling far right to far left, back to the right, to me is just really weird and not like any other rifle spray. Like, even the AK isn't as bad as that, or maybe even the SG, like it comes close to that bad. Even if you do get the spray control down, trying to mow down a team of terrorists with a fast changing spray control and a mere 25 bullets is one hell of a task. And I really don't feel like it's that great of a choice for CTs, especially still being at over $2,000, which definitely isn't too cheap. Personally, I think sticking with an SMG like the MP9 and still being able to utilize the quick fire rate along with the $600 kill reward instead of the $300 for the Famas is definitely the way to go. as CT side is still more expensive than the T side, with maybe buying AUGs and of course incendiary grenades. It all adds up, and every dollar counts when it comes to CS. Overall, the Famas is a pretty wacky weapon, and personally, I don't see too much of a use for it in competitive, as SMGs just kinda seem like the better option for the time being. But in conclusion, although the Famas might not be the greatest weapon, CSGO devs changing off the competitive meta is always something exciting to see, especially with the Galil changes that, in my opinion, make it a pretty viable T-side weapon, at least more viable than it was before this update, but you know. But either way, I think that pretty much wraps up this video, so I hope I helped you guys decide whether or not to use the new Galil and Famas. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.